Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it being streamed? Okay. Yes, atheists. Atheists don't believe in God. Correct. Atheists don't believe in God. Okay. Now it's okay. Okay, tamam. Right. So this John guy, right? Like, so he would do a lot of things, and he would go and argue against Muslims, and he would say that what you all believe in our superstition is really terrible, and he would say and say and say terrible, terrible things to the point people didn't like him very much because he really hated Islam. So one day, see, when Allah wants to guide the person, Allah will guide them, right? One day, he had an idea. He is going to attack Islam through the Quran. He thought to himself, he's going to go and get a Quran that is translated into French and he's going to read the Quran. And he's going to pull out all the problems in the Quran and he's going to attack the Quran and going to show the whole world that the Quran is false. Guess what happened? Like atheist, you don't type the word atheist, come. Is how you type the word atheist. Oh no. Noha, don't share screen, Noha. Hey, no sharing screen, okay? I'm going to disable. You're not allowed to do that. See, when you all share screen, you know what happens or not? My drawing disappears. See? See? When you all share screen, so the drawing straight away disappear. Must draw all over again. See? Next time don't do that, okay? That's not polite. Okay. Right, but Khalil asked how to write the word atheist. Okay, I write the word, okay? Atheist, right? That means they don't people right who don't believe in in a God. Okay? Right, then monotheist, right? Monotheist, eh, the E and the I switch please. Atheist, correct. Atheist. Okay? Monotheist. Monotheist is what? Monotheist is people who believe in one God. Okay, that's called monotheist. Like us. Okay, we are called monotheists. Okay, polytheists are people who believe in many gods. Okay, Ken, you all got it? Okay, so if I ask you, what is atheist? People who don't believe even in a God. They don't think that there is any God. They think that the whole world appeared by itself. The whole universe appeared by itself. That's why atheism is not very smart. Right? Do you think atheism is very smart? That they think that the whole universe appeared by itself? Is that possible? Like atheist. Okay, not atheist, not 80s, no, atheist. Okay, so I type the word already. Atheist. Can you all pay attention? I didn't say 80. I didn't say 80. Okay, I said atheist. Tamam. Okay. Anyway, if you look at the chat, right? Um, oh, let me share with you all something, okay? Yesterday I told you all the dua of Zamzam. Okay, can I share with you all here? Okay, you all know how to screenshot your screenshot on your device. You know how to screenshot or not? See, yesterday I shared with you all the dua to make water Zamzam, right? Okay. Do you all know how to screenshot? Can you all screenshot and take it? And then later on, Ustazah will share this on on the groups, so your mothers can have it. Okay. If you know how to screenshot, you screenshot. And then I will share it on the WhatsApp groups. You can ask your mothers to go and find it on Ustazah's WhatsApp group. Okay. Can you all see it? I see you say, Ya ma'u zamzam yuqri'uka salam wa yaqulu laka an takuna shifaan min kulli da, which means, oh water. Now you got the English right. Ya ma'u zamzam yuqri'uka salam wa yaqulu laka an takuna shifaan min kulli da. Right? So, oh water, the water of Zamzam sends salams to you and tells you to be a cure for every illness. That's how you spread the barakah of Zamzam to other normal water. Okay? Come, let me go back to my screen sharing. Where's my screen sharing here? Okay. Hmm. Okay, you all saw what the dua already, right? Okay, let me continue my dua, my dua pula. Let me continue my story, okay, about this man. So this man, oh, he got a French Quran and he had the full intention to destroy Islam. His niyat, his intention in learning the Quran was to make as many Muslims as possible leave Islam. But Allah had other intentions for him, right? Allah had other plans for this guy. So he planned, but Allah plans, right? Allah planned. Allah's plan is the best, right? So he began at night, right? At night, he would get the Quran and he would study the Quran. I'm going to destroy the Muslims. Okay. So he would sit down late at night and he would read and read and read the Quran. He would read. And he was trying to prove that the Quran is full of lies. He was trying to prove it. That the Quran is he put at his table. Uh, but as he read and he read and he read the Quran, he began to realize this Quran is amazing. So he began to realize this Quran is amazing. And he began to enjoy reading the Quran. Oh, see, he began wanting to destroy Islam, but the more he read the Quran, and he is somebody he was a professor, right? And he would teach in a university. And he ever said to his students, if the whole world believes in a God, I will never believe in a God. I am a proud atheist. There is no such thing as God. Only people who believe in fables and superstition and hocus pocus. Right? These are the people who believe in God. They believe in stuff that don't exist. Right? They are not scientific. They are not clever people. Right? They are people who are superstitious. Right? And they believe in the tales and the myths of people of long time ago. He will say these kind of things in his lecture in the university. He will say things like that, and he will say, "I will be the last person in the world to ever believe there is a God." He will say that, Here's his story. He told his story actually before. You can read about his story. And he said, I will be the last person to believe that there is a God. The last person. But as he read the Quran, he read and read and read, and he began to realize, oh, see his heart. Iman entered his heart. Iman entered his heart. Iman entered his heart until he thought to himself, oh no. Why he say, oh no? There is. There is what? There is a God. It occurred to him, he actually told his story. He said that when it occurred to him that there is a God, he actually said, oh no. He said, oh no, I've been wrong all this while. There actually is a God. What am I going to do now? What is he going to do? Is he going to admit it? Like Abu Jahl didn't want to admit it, right? Is he going to admit it, this guy? He said, oh no, there is a God. And that God is the one who is speaking in the Quran. This Quran is obviously from God. This is not the words of a man. This is not the words of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is not his words. This is amazing, this Quran. And he couldn't sleep for nights. He couldn't sleep. What should I do? 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 Like in the Quran, Allah said, I remember this. I said the ayat. People who cover the truth, people who lie, people who they don't want to spread the truth. They spread lies about Islam. If they change their ways, will it be accepted? Will it be accepted? Allah said, yes, right? So now he's so worried. What is he gonna do? He spent his whole life, how many years, trying to condemn Islam, trying to run down Islam, try to make people hate Islam. Now he realized Islam is true. What is he going to do now? So he couldn't sleep, he really couldn't sleep. He couldn't sleep, he couldn't sleep, he couldn't sleep, he couldn't sleep. Didn't know what to do. He didn't want to admit that he was wrong. How? He's a professor in a university. State to everybody that he was wrong. How? How? What should he do? Should he just close the Quran and pretend he never read it? Should he do that? I just close the Quran and pretend you never read it. Should he do that? Can he do that? Can he now, after Allah showed him that the Quran is right, can he do that? That the Quran is correct? Can he do that? Right. So he was wondering what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. And he closed the Quran. The shaitan whispered to him, close the Quran, stop reading the Quran. Dah khalas. Enough, enough, enough. No more Quran, no more Quran. Close the Quran, close the Quran. Don't have to read any more Quran. So he closed the Quran and he put it on a shelf. He put the Quran high up on a shelf. And he went to bed. He went to bed. But do you think that his soul will let him rest and forget all that he had read that he read? Put his pillow up, okay? He was sitting up in his bed. Draw his neck properly. Okay. He was sitting up on his bed. Like he couldn't sleep. He could not sleep, this guy. Oh, ya Allah. Like he could not sleep. The shaitan said, put the Quran away. Stop it. Enough Quran. Stop it. Put it away. So he sat there. He's so confused. He's so confused. It's not confusing actually. It's very clear cut. Just be a Muslim. Right? So easy. Just say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Very easy. Stop fighting it. Right? Stop resisting. But he couldn't now. He couldn't. He has done so much. And he even said in his class, I will be the last person to believe in a God. I will never believe in a God. He said that in his class. And now it dawned upon him, right? He realized he is a God. What's he gonna do? So he actually dua to the God. MashaAllah, right? He's not Muslim yet, but he dua. Can. There are non-Muslims who dua. They can actually dua. They dua and Allah answer their dua. People who dua for guidance, Allah will answer their dua. Right? So he actually dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he says, oh God, in his head, it was only in his head. He said, oh God, I know you exist. So he admit to Allah first. He won't admit to people, but he will admit to Allah first. I know you exist. Oh God, I know you exist. That you truly exist. I know you truly exist. Oh God, see how he do. Okay, close his eyes. Later I can find the story about this man. I read this about his story long time ago. He's not sleeping, okay, he's making his dua. I said, oh God, I know you exist. Please, please help me. Just say it like that. Please help me. He doesn't know help what? Help do what? He doesn't know what to do. He's so confused. So poor guy. Like, it's actually very clear what to do, right? It's super clear what to do. But he's so confused. Say, oh God, I know you exist. Please help me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Please help me. So the next day, he went to the university. He woke up and he went to the university. And the whole time, he was thinking in himself, how am I going to teach today? How am I going to teach today? How am I going to teach today? I can't, I can't say, I teach people that Islam is not true, and I teach people that there is no God, and I give them all these proofs that there is no God. What am I going to say? What am I going to say to them? What am I going to say to them? So he decided, okay, he's not going to he's not going to teach today. He doesn't know what to teach. What to teach? He doesn't know what to teach, right? So he decided to just call the university and say that he's not able to come today. He's not feeling very well. Okay, maybe he lied, lah, eh? Or maybe he's really not well because he's very confused and very disturbed. So he is not well, lah. He's not well, right? He called the university and said, I'm not well today. I don't know what to do. I'm not well today. Right. So instead of going to school to teach people, he went to the park. See how Allah will guide people. Let me draw a park bench, okay? I think it's happened in America. The story that happened in America. If I can find the book that I read the story, I will show you all, okay? I read the story long time ago when I was younger. It was quite a nice story. Okay. So he went to a bench, to the park, right? How do I draw a bench? Bench, 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 bench. Okay, so he went to the park. Okay, now I'm going to draw the guy on the bench without having the lines cut through the guy. Never mind. I'm just going to draw the guy, okay? So he went to the park. Now I must erase all my lines. See lah. Okay. He went to the park bench, right? And he sat on the bench. Let me draw the guy first. Okay. So he went to the park bench and he sat on the bench. The guy is black, right? And he just needed to rest his head. He's still very disturbed. Doesn't know what to do. He dua last night, right? He dua to Allah. Even though he's not a Muslim, he dua. Allah will hear the dua. Allah loves to guide people. He's just waiting for people to dua. So he went to the bench, he sat down, and he was just he didn't know what to do. This guy, right? He didn't know what to do. He sat down like that. Okay? Right. And then a little girl sat next to him. Hmm. Allah works in interesting ways, right? A little girl came and sat next to him. Right? She sat next to him. And this little girl was playing with some dolls. It's a very funny story, okay? When I read the story, I was like, so funny, this story. Right? This little girl, not she's like a woman, lah, eh? Like, she's not a woman, it's a girl. Let's draw her like a girl. Little girl. La, 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 la. Little girl. Okay, now she does little girl, right? Was playing with some dolls. And she began making the dolls talk to each other. And the men heard the story between the dolls. This girl wasn't Muslim. She's not a Muslim, this girl. So a girl that was on the bench and the dolls were talking to each other. I mean, she's making the dolls talk to each other. Doll and doll. Two dolls. See how Allah guides people. Very interesting, right? How Allah guides people. Doll and doll. Let me draw the bench in, okay? They all sitting on air like that. Okay, now they're sitting on the bench. Okay. Okay, just nice. All right, let me draw the tree because it's in the park. Tree, grass, 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 grass. Nice right now. Now looks like a nice picture. Sun. Okay. So the little girl came and sat next to him. This little girl began playing with her dolls. Little girl, what's going on? And she was telling a story with her dolls. So the man, this is interesting. He looked at the girl and he observed what the girl was doing. Hmm, very interesting, eh? Let's draw the guy properly. Right, okay, now. Eh? You saw what the girl was doing. So the girl took one doll, right? And the doll said, Hey, you come and sit over here. And the other doll came and sat over here. And then the one doll said, don't you know that the grass is green? And the other doll said, obviously the grass is green. You cannot deny that it's green. It's obviously green. I can see that it's green. Then another, it's a very funny story. Then another doll said, can you see the sky is blue? Is the sky blue? And the other doll said, obviously the sky is blue. I can see the sky is blue. And then another doll said, what about the bench? Bench is brown. Isn't it brown? It's a very funny story. And this girl is a small girl. She's playing with dolls. And the other doll said, obviously it is brown. I can see it's brown. Can't you see it's brown? Then the first doll said, well, I refuse to say that it's brown. I want to say that it is black. Okay? I will say it is black. And I don't want to say the sky is blue. I want to say the sky is purple. It is purple, it is purple, it is purple. And I don't want to say the grass is green. I want to say the grass is pink. It's pink, 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 pink. And the other doll said, you can say all you want, but you will not change the fact that it's green. The grass is green. No matter how many times you say the grass is pink, the grass will never be pink. It's just green. No matter how many times you say the sky is blue is purple, the sky is not purple. The sky is blue. And no matter how many times you say the bench is, what color did you say the bench was? Forgot. But no matter how many times you say the bench is, I forgot what the color the adult said. It is brown. It will always be brown. Even if you say, no, the bench is white. No, it's not white, it's brown. Right? And the doll said, well, I refuse to say the truth. I will just say what I want to say. And the other doll said, go ahead, but you will not change what is real. Oh, these words of the doll, the little girl playing with dolls. These words hit the man so hard. You get what the dolls are teaching the men, the doll teaching the men pula. But you get what this little girl, I think she was like 6 years old or 7 years old, playing with the dolls, right, at the park. Right. And this little girl, was Allah's way to teach the man something. And the man realized, no matter how many times you say there is no God, there is a God. You cannot change it, right? You cannot change it. And no matter how many times you say that Muhammad SAW is a liar, he's not a liar. He's not. Oh, and at that point, he smiled at the girl. It's a freaky guy. You will get scared when men smile at you. No lah, he was just like, he smiled at the girl. And he said to the girl, as he smiled at the girl, eh, Andu, Andu. Let me draw a smile. I smiled at the girl and said, little girl, so if I keep saying the sky is purple, sky is purple, sky is purple, will it ever be purple? And the girl looked at him and said, can't you see the sky is blue? Isn't it obvious the sky is blue? It's so obvious the sky is blue. Stop saying it's purple. And the girl ran away. The girl left. She came suddenly and then she said what she said and then she left. He never saw the girl ever again. He was a girl that was playing with dolls, right? And the girl left. And the man said to himself, I know what I have to do now. I cannot keep saying the sky is purple. Like I cannot keep saying the grass is pink. I cannot keep saying the bench is white. Can't keep doing that, right? I know the truth now, right? I can't keep saying lies. So he went to the masjid. He went to the nearest mosque and he went to find the first imam that was there. And he said, I want to say there is a God. And I want to say that Muhammad is the prophet of God. Right? And he went off to the masjid, right? And he took his shahada. He said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. And you know what? When he did that, he called the university and said, I have become Muslim. I cannot teach lies anymore. I can't say what I don't believe anymore. And he lost his job. He lost his job, you know. He lost his job. He lost his job. He lost his friends. He lost a lot of things. But he got Allah. Correct? That's all worth it, right? It's all worth it. He lost everything in the dunya, but he felt happy because now he believe in Allah. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right, nice story, right? I like the story. But I gotta find where did I read this story? Long time ago I read this story. Okay, I see a lot of questions here. Let me see. Okay, no, not questions. You're all telling me what the doll said at Black Bench, is it? Okay, Alhamdulillah. That was okay. Now let me see. Who has questions? Who has questions? Talha has a question. What's your question, Talha?
Ustazah, you forgot to tell me
Yeah.
the Husna the Hafsah story when she dropped her money.
I finished that one already, lah. That day
When?
I finished it. That day, long time ago, I finished it. I think what day? What day was it? I finished the Hafsa story. I remember I finished it. I finished the Hafsa story. Did you come? Did you
When?
hear it? I can't remember what day, but I know I finished it. I think maybe you check lah my YouTube. Maybe I think it was where was it Wednesday? Last Wednesday?
Okay.
I know I finished the Hafsa story. Maybe it was Tuesday or I know I remember Afra was there. That means I was at Windy Heights. Maybe it's Monday
Oh,
or Tuesday or Wednesday. I forgot what day it was. But I finished the Hafsa story. Okay. Raida and Alia.
why did the man lost his job?
Because they don't want him to tell people Islam is true. Now he's a Muslim, right? Good question. Now he's a Muslim. But the university does not want him to tell people that Islam is true. So he lost his job. His job is supposed to tell people Islam is not true. That's his job. He went to say the Quran so that he can find fault with Islam and say that Islam is not true. But the more he read the Quran, the more he saw Islam is true. But he couldn't accept it until he heard the little girl talking. Then he realized, you know what? You can't keep saying things that are not true and hope that they will be true one day. No matter how many times you say a lie, it will never be true. Right? A lie is a lie, and truth are truth. Right? Truth is truth. Lie is lie. Correct or not? Okay, Ein, Ein got a question.
Ustazah, uh,
Yeah, that's your question.
you forgot to tell the story about the Sahaba who live with live on Zamzam.
Yeah, Sayyidina Abu Dharr al-Ghifari. I told the story, okay? The Sahaba who lived on Zamzam for a while. He lived on Zamzam for a while. Okay, I'll tell his story actually in a while. Okay, Rabia, what's your question? What's your question, Rabia? Are you going to unmute yourself, Rabia? Okay, Noor Karima, what's your question? What's your question, Karima? No question. Give no question, I'll go on to the Sahaba, okay? Sayyidina Abu Dharr al-Ghifari. Okay, let me change this topic. Actually, I also want to tell a story about that person who left Islam. Hmm. Terrible, terrible thing. Was a she. He's a girl, right? And this person is actually somebody in our zaman and in our country. But I cannot say who. Don't talk about people. But I can tell the story of this person, okay? Tell the story of this person. Okay. That is saying, oh, he only drank Zamzam. Okay. So Sayyidina Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, he heard, I don't know whether I told Sayyidina Abu Dharr al-Ghifari before. I think I did, you know. When did I tell it? Okay. I think I told it during Rabiul Awal. Rabiul Awal stories. Do you all remember? I think I told this story, but never mind. Can hear about Sayyidina Abu Dhar al-Ghifari. He's the one where he heard about Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He heard there is a man in Mecca who said that he is a prophet. He claims to be a prophet. This man's name is Muhammad. But, O Abu Dhar, you have to be careful. Don't let the people of Mecca know that you are searching for Muhammad. Because if they know that you are searching for Muhammad, Ya Abu Dhar, they will punish you and they will torture you. But they don't want people to become Muslim. So Sayyidina Abu Dhar al-Ghifari, like he went to Mecca because Sayyidina Abu Dhar al-Ghifari, right, for a long time, he always knew that there was only one God. Even before Islam, he always knew the idols were all false, they were all fake, they were all not God. And he always knew there was only one God. Hmm. So when he heard about a prophet who said that there is only one God, and that God is Allah, Sayyidina Abu Dhar felt that is correct. That's something that he has always known. He always knew there was one God, but he needed to find his prophet to find out more. Who is this prophet? And how can he follow this prophet? Then Abu Dhar al-Ghifari came to the Kaaba and he had no money with him and no food. So for how many days? I think it was for many days. Sayyidina Abu Dhar al-Ghifari only drank Zamzam. That was all he consumed. No food, no drink, only Zamzam. And Zamzam cures you, right? Zamzam actually cures you. So, and it cures you from every form of illness. Even if like the boy, like he was a very slow learner. Zamzam cured it and made it by Allah's power, lah, of course, Allah's power, right? And made the boy smart, very fast learner, right? Sayyidina Abu Dhar al-Ghifari was a very skinny man, very, very skinny man, right? And as he drank Zamzam every single day, he began to fill up. That means he began to have flesh on his bones. At first, he was super, super skinny, right? Very skinny and very, and like, no, he didn't have much flesh on his bones. But he was drinking Zamzam, just water. He was drinking Zamzam. He actually gained weight. He said, I gained weight drinking Zamzam. I became, more fleshy and more healthy. I became more healthy. People who are overweight, if they just drink Zamzam, it can actually make them normal weight. Zamzam makes you healthy. If you are underweight, it will make you normal weight. If you are overweight, it will make you normal weight. It makes you healthy. Zamzam makes you healthy. So Asina Abu Dhar al-Ghifari said, I only drank Zamzam and I realized I was gaining weight. I was actually getting more fleshy. Where did the flesh come from when you drink water? Right? But Zamzam actually makes people in the center, and you become al-mu'tadil in Arabic will say, you become in the center, not too skinny and not too overweight, right? But in the center, right? So the story of Sayyidina Abu Dhar, remember the story of Sayyidina Abu Dhar? Sayyidina Ali would come. I draw Sayyidina Ali, okay? Sayyidina Ali blue pula. Sayyidina Ali is green. And Sayyidina Ali would see him, and Sayyidina Ali would see him hanging around the Kaaba. And Sayyidina Ali would say, are you a stranger to Mecca? You have nowhere to stay. Come with me to my house. Stay in my house. And Sayyidina Ali would actually bring him to Nabi Muhammad's house, not knowing who is Sayyidina Abu Dhar looking for. He actually brings Sayyidina Abu Dhar to Rasul's house. And in the morning, Sayyidina Abu Dhar will come again to the Kaaba. I remember the story I told you all in Rabiul Awal. The story is online, right? And every day Sayyidina Ali would bring him back to his house, right? Remember the story? And Sayyidina Ali would bring him back to his house and say, don't you know where you're supposed to stay? At my house. But Sayyidina Ali's house was actually Nabi Muhammad's house. And after 3 days, remember, after 3 days, Sayyidina Ali said to him, hmm, we have been, you have been staying at my house for 3 days. Isn't it time you tell me why you're here in Mecca so I might help you? And Sayyidina Abu Dhar said, hmm, the reason I'm in Mecca is a secret, but I think I can trust you, right? I heard that there's a prophet in Mecca. And he's telling people there's only one God and that the idols are all fake. They're all not God. They're idol, 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 idol. That I heard about a prophet. And Sayyidina Ali's eyes grew wide and he excitedly said, yes, 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 yes. There is a prophet. There is a prophet. Oh, you've been staying at his house, don't you know? I'll bring you to him. I'll bring you to him. Like, oh, he's a prophet. He's a prophet. He's definitely a prophet. And of course, Sayyidina Ali brought Sayyidina Abu Zar to Rasulullah Islam, and Sayyidina Abu Zar embraced Islam. The story is just that when he was skinny, he became normal weight. That's why. It's just that the Zamzam water made him average. I didn't make him skinny. It made him gain weight, which was good. It was a good gain weight. It was a good gain weight to make him healthy. Like if you are overweight, just drinking Zamzam would purify you, and will remove all the excess weight. Okay. Okay, let's end our class there. Okay, tomorrow remind me, okay? What story do I owe you? I owe you the story. Tomorrow remind me, okay? Tomorrow I owe you the story of the woman who left Islam. What about her? And how did she leave Islam? Will they ever be forgiven? People who leave Islam and die that way? Remember the ayat is now right? Those who disbelieve and they die disbelieving. عليهم لعنة الله والملائكة والناس أجمعين خالدين فيها. Right? They will have the curse of Allah and the curse of the angels and the curse of all people forever and ever and ever in hellfire. Inshallah, all of you will be Muslims until you die. Okay? Promise again, we promise right before. You'll be Muslims until you die. You'll never, ever, ever leave Islam. So many people leave Islam, you know. Nabi Muhammad SAW said, towards the end of time, more and more people will leave Islam because they are so obsessed with dunya and they are tricked by the Dajjal. Okay, let me see. Who has questions? Who has questions? Who has questions? Who has questions? Okay. Mm, Kulsum, you have questions? Okay, what's your question, Kulsum? Kulsum, you know, ask your question. Or Maya? Maya, ask your question.
Did he know that he was at the prophet's house?
Yeah. And
How
then he
did
became
he
Muslim after that.
So how did he react when he was at the prophet's house?
He was staying in another room, but he didn't realize that he was actually in Narsum's house. He didn't realize it because like he kept it so secret. I didn't want people, you know, because he was afraid that people will beat him up if they knew he was looking for the Prophet. Because the people in Mecca, they were doing that. They were beating up people who want to find out about Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So he had to be very secret about himself. Mm.
What if the person beating up the person who wanted to find more of the prophet wanted to
Yeah,
prophet?
yeah. They will beat up people who want to become Muslim. So they had to be secretive about it. Mm.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Khalil. Okay, Khalil.
But then I read the story
Yeah.
last time that Abu Dhar, after he became Muslim, he announced loudly to the Makkah people, he said he's Muslim.
Yeah, he did that. It's true.
Then,
He did that.
then
And he
we
got
all
beaten up,
believe,
right?
yeah.
And
Then,
then who came out and said, "Don't you
Sayyidina
know who this
Abbas,
is?"
Sayyidina Abbas came and then said, the Abu Dhar belongs to a tribe of strong, fierce Bedouin
Ghafar.
tribe.
Yes, correct. It's correct.
And
Sorry,
then
sorry,
they
sorry.
said,
Abu Dhar after. Mm.
if that tribe found out that the Quraysh had killed one of their men, then he will attack Quraysh for surely.
Yes, correct, correct. It's true, it's true. After Sayyidina Abu Dhar became a Muslim, he could not contain his Islam. He was so excited. And he said, I'm going to tell the whole world. And he went to the Kaaba and he announced to everybody that he is Muslim. He's not scared. He announced to the whole of the Quraysh, they're Muslim. And they went to beat him up. Right? And then he fought them. He was very strong. Sayyidina Abbas is very strong. He fought them. Then Sayyidina Abbas said, hey, Quraysh, right? Are you crazy? Like you're beating up someone who is from the tribe of Ghifar. The tribe of Ghifar are known to be a very fierce tribe. Like if you dare beat up their member, they're gonna beat you up. Like you can't fight them. They are fighters. Oh, the Quraysh got scared. They got scared. Oh, Ghifari. Okay, 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 okay. We will not mess with a Ghifari. We can't mess with a Ghifari. Like, stop beating him up. Like that. So funny, right? Hmm. Hey, I mute you already. Okay, Shazneen.
Sasa,
Yeah.
why did the man went to stay in the other man's house?
Because he had no place to stay. Last time, if you come to a place, right, there's no hotel. Last time it's only people's houses. So that's why Sayyidina Ali said, come and stay at my house for the night. Come and stay at my house for the night. Last time there's no hotel. Just stay at people's houses. If you're a stranger, if you're a stranger or a foreigner, just stay at people's houses. Okay?
Mm.
Okay. Let's see. Abdul Qadir.
Was he actually from the tribe of?
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was from the Ghifari tribe. His name is Sayyidina Abu Dhar al-Ghifari. So he is from the Ghifari tribe, it's true. That's why the Quraysh, when they heard, they said, what? He's from the Ghifari? Oh, yeah, back off, back off, back off, back off, back off, back off. They're very scared of the Ghifari tribe
Is
because
that
they're very fierce warriors.
is that why he was very strong?
Yeah, that's why he was very strong also. He was a very fierce warrior. Later he will fight in Badr, or he fight in Badr, fight in Uhud. He was very fierce, Sayyidina Abu Dhar. He lived for a long time, even until Sayyidina Umar's time, Sayyidina Uthman's time. But he couldn't take it when Muslims began to love dunya. Eventually, Sayyidina Abu Dhar, Sayyidina Osman advised him to move out of Medina. And some said about Abu Dhar. Abu Dhar, he is a loner. He was always a loner. Right? He would live alone, he would die alone. And that's true. He actually died alone. Sayyidina Abu Dhar al-Ghifari. Because he couldn't be with people. Because people, they do a lot of sins. He didn't like it. He didn't like all the sins that he saw. Mm. Okay, cool. So what's your question? And Amal, and then we end. Okay, two more questions only.
How?
Okay, Kusum, you got a question? No question? Amal, what's your question?
What is a loner?
Loner. A loner is somebody who stays by themselves, they eat by themselves, they're always by themselves. They don't actually like to be with people. Mm. So Rasulullah said that Sayyidina Abu Dhar, he is a loner. Like he will live by himself, he will stay by himself, and he will die by himself. And it's true. Sayyidina Abu Dhar didn't really like to be with people. Some people are like that. They don't actually like to always have friends. They like to just be by themselves. And it's okay. People who like to be by themselves, it's okay. People who like to be have friends, it's okay. Both is okay. I actually like to be by myself. I like to be alone. So I can do my own things. Right? But sometimes must be with people lah. Correct. Okay, let's stop there. Bismillah.